Hey Libra, it's Empress Rose here. Welcome to your reading. These are general readings. We take what works, we leave what doesn't, as with everything in life. If I don't catch your wavelength or storyline here, check your other major placements, or wait till next week or whatever. If you haven't already, please do hit that subscribe button. It helps other people find the channel, and I find it exciting. And we're starting off with the Oracle deck Moonology, and then we'll be moving on to my new Oracle deck, Urban Crow, which I am loving right now and think it's very fabulous. I might even check the book on it though, which fell on the floor. Yeah, anyway, I'm still getting used to it. So, all right, what do we have for Libra this week from Moonology? Maybe nothing from Moonology. It's very interesting how that happens sometimes. Anything from Moonology? Okay. Oh, plenty from Moonology, I see. I see. Well, I'm not going to neglect the Urban Crow since it's very exciting and interesting. Just one from the Urban Crow? It's usually pretty. Maybe I don't want to tempt fate. We'll take just one from the Urban Crow. All right. Ooh, I like. Okay, okay. Oh, Virgo just got that one. Okay, take time to breathe out. The exhale, the relaxing, the letting the shoulders down. Take time to breathe out because you're very close to achieving your goal. And apparently, these two together makes me think that you can coast right in. You are very close to achieving your goal. You don't need to stress about the last little sliver here. You can just coast right in there. We have disseminating moon and gibbous moon. And then we also have adjustments are required, which is really interesting because you're very close to achieving your goal. Has a subtext to it, in the book anyway, of adjustments are required. But it also does mean no need to push, no pushing. Release the tension, no pushing. It's time to breathe out, very close to achieving your goal. Just coast right in here. No worries. Don't stress about it. Don't push. Don't try to force anything. It's gonna I'm getting this image of you know, when you get used to driving into snow, it is kind of fun to drift, and it is kind of fun to drift into a parking spot. Just there I am, you know, and let the momentum take you the rest of the way. That's what I'm seeing is in this, is just kind of drift into that parking spot. Let the momentum, you have already, you know, made the turns, made the corners, just nice and easy. Take your place here. Adjustments are required. So as I was telling Virgo just a couple minutes ago, adjustments are required. I have often thought that this is more of an activity. Like you need to adjust to something or you need to shift something in yourself. It could just be ease. Just let this be easy. Let this just be nice and easy. You want ease? We got ease. Just let it flow. Just go right, nice and easy, nice and easy. So that could be something that you need to adjust, an attitude or an expectation that this could actually be much easier than you thought it was going to be, much gentler. There are one of the, you know, what is the Buddhist prayers that you do for each other. I forget the name. Anyway, well, first you do them for yourself. You know, may I be at peace. May I be healthy. May I be well. May I be at ease. Ease. This is just like ease. It's that ease. May I be at ease. May you be at ease. May there be ease here. So it's something that is frequently on my mind as far as wanting things to be or hoping things to just have this nice easy feel to them. So something you might need to adjust your expectations as this could be a lot easier than you think it's going to be. So let the stress go. But it could also be you need to adjust to some sort of idea, adjust to something, get used to something. So I always thought it was like an active thing where you had to like search your mind. What do I need to adjust? What do I need to shift? But now that we're talking nice and easy, maybe you just need to adjust to something. Just get used to a new idea, just get used to the way things are going right now and getting used to something. So either adjusting, I'd say, expectations that things are going to be hard and difficult, or adjusting to something that's showing up in your life in an adjustment period. I see it as a bit of a temperance card at this point. So communication is key. New moon in Gemini. A new conversation is starting up. And it's going to be nice and easy. Nice and easy. There's going to be some nice flow here. Now, let's see here. Preparation. So, oh, I love it. This is a Seattle-based artist. Let's see, MJ Cullinane. And here she's got one of my favorite things about this Puget Sound area is our ferries, our beloved ferries. And here we have these crows on the dock, and they are dropping their clams on the dock to open them up. So, preparation. You're very close to achieving your goal. Time to breathe out. Maybe that's how you're preparing, actually, is breathing out, relaxing, letting a sense of ease come in here and flow. And this is going to flow. It's a conversation, it seems like, that you're starting. And this conversation is going to be nice and easy with a lot of flow and maybe some adjustments, maybe some new information that you have to get used to. But let it be nice and easy. Let it flow. So let's see what the book says about preparation. The illustration for this card was inspired by one of the stories in The Gifts of the Crow. Here in the Seattle area, we have lots of fairies, and these smart birds have mastered the fairy schedule. I did not know that. The crows know when the boat will return and on which side of the road the cars will disembark. While the ferry is crossing the sound, the birds harvest the clams from the nearby beach. They bring the clams over to the ferry landing and strategically place the clams just right so that when the cars leave the boat, they run over the shells, breaking them apart and leaving fresh clam meat for the picking. Preparation speaks to getting ready for something you know is on the horizon. You're very close to achieving your goal, and planning for it accordingly. It's about getting all your ducks in a row, or in this case, clams, so that you can achieve the most beneficial outcome. Ooh, I like it. Preparing for your goal to be achieved, making these preparations, seeing where this is all headed, seeing where this is going, and just relaxing as you coast right in. I see the ferry gliding right into that dock on a nice, not windy day, and yeah, you're very close to achieving your goal. There's something you can see happening, coming with some predictability, and then we have a communication, nice, easy communication. I like it. Libra. Okay, let's see here. We're now moving to the Tarot of Mystical Moments for a more traditional tarot spread here. Libra, this is your past, your present, your inner landscape, what's at issue, your environment, your to-do list, your possible outcome. Holy crap. So nobody has gotten very many major arcana here, except for you. You guys like hogged all the major arcana of the readings lately. I mean, it's like such a nice, easy start, the intuitive part. And then we have like also big, intense storylines, what do you call that? Archetypes, big intense archetypes here. Power. There's so much power just emanating off of this reading so far. Okay, so nice, easy, and somehow there's this tension here with this power. In your recent past, you have the Emperor. You may have had this experience or engaged with someone with this experience with a lot of power, a lot of control. Look, they have, people are, I don't want to say puppets to them, but there is a little bit of this control here, and being able to delegate, being able to tell other people what to do, having that right. You hold these strings, so it was either you or engaging with some sort of energy like that, where there was almost an institutional power. They had a right, or you had a right to act in a certain way, to dictate, to delegate. There's been some sort of interaction here with someone with sort of, I don't want to say divine right, because our situation doesn't really, our current economic situation doesn't, our political situation doesn't, give people divine rights, but we have like sort of the institutional right, the expected right to tell other people what to do. But the Emperor also comes up with this question. It always raises a question of power and who has power and who has control in this situation. So that may have been like a question you've dealt with in the past. Who has the right to control the situation? Who has the right to direct where the energy goes, where the focus goes? Who has that right and that power? So you may have been dealing with a very powerful person, a very powerful entity, or just these questions have come up. Or maybe you had a lot of power in a situation and you used it. You were like, you know what, I do have the power here. I have some say, I have some power, and I would like to use it to accomplish some things that I would like to accomplish. And it's the institution imbues this emperor with power. I was just, I finished Catherine the Great's biography recently. She's an empress. And we actually do have the Empress coming up here too. So she's an Empress. And one of the things I loved about her was she was the only one that dated whoever she wanted. You know, we've got Queen Elizabeth over here who feels really hemmed in, can't make relationship choices. You know, these royalty, they often have so much power over other people, but very little power over their own lives. But anyway, Catherine the Great, she actually wasn't, she had to still work within the institutions that surrounded her. She had things she wanted to accomplish, and she still wasn't completely free to do that, even as an empress, namely, you know, freeing the serfs, but most of the serfs were owned by the Catholic Church. So then she went, and the Catholic Church could raise an army of serfs against her. So she had to participate in a larger power structure as well. So anyway, we have this emperor here. I mean, we've got the emperor and empress, so I don't think I'm too off topic here in that little story about Catherine the Great. Anyway, the questions of power, who has a right to control the situation, who has been imbued with that right here. In your current situation, we have death. This is a big transformation. You actually have two really huge transformation cards in this reading. The death goes right over the world here. So in your current situation, you're dealing with a major transformation. There's been a major shift in your life. It's here to allow a new life to come in. It's here to allow new things to happen, but it is a pretty big shift. It might be a shift, in your life, a transformation here, a point where maybe something, and this card really does deal with the new life arising out of the death, arising from the nutrients that death brings us, the raw materials that death brings us, and being able to grow from that and change from that. So you could be in a process right now where you're growing and changing and learning, and building a new life out of the ashes of the old one, right? Because this deck really, or the ashes of the old one, or the compost of the old life. So life depends 100% on death and being able to get access to those raw materials of life and those molecules and those to build something new, right? So we've had a death, and we may be, we're transitioning to our new life. Our new life is taking shape before us, and here we are building from the ashes, building from the compost of what once was. And then we have in your inner landscape, your hopes, your fears, the Empress here. You're hopeful that you have enough, that you are enough, that you can pull this off, that you can do this, that you can be independent, that you can be abundant in and of yourself, so abundant that you have something to give to, giving from a full cup, the ability to give from a full cup. You might be afraid that you don't have this ability. You might be dealing with hopes and fears and worries about, am I enough? Do I have enough? Am I abundant enough? Am I capable of providing for the people that I love? Am I capable of giving of myself? Do I have enough to give from? Am I pouring from a full cup or an empty cup? These questions arise. I also do really like that we have this emperor over here. It's almost like the emperor, the power, the controlling entity died, and now you're hopeful that you can take this place, that there's a different kind of power here. Like, this is a very controlling power. This is power outright, maybe brute power, controlling power that has passed on and died. And what we're trying to build now is maybe a different sense of power, a different place where we're finding our empowerment, a different place where the abundance comes from. So we may be, you know, hoping for that, dreaming about that, that we are abundant, that we are sufficient. She's the earth mother. She, you know, provides all of our physical needs and emotional needs. And so you may be, you know, facing questions of that. Can I provide that for myself? Can I provide that for my loved ones? It's a different kind of power. We're dealing with the masculine, traditional masculine power structure over here. Patriarchy, maybe patriarchy has died in our lives, not in reality, but maybe so. Not in reality. And now we're wondering if we can operate in a different way, operate rather than this dictatorial way. Can we operate from chaos or from more, with a growth mentality, or with can we operate without a traditional power structure? Can we get our needs met, and can we meet the needs of the people that depend upon us in a different way, in a more egalitarian way, in a more fulfilling way? And then what's at issue here is this 5 of Wands reversed. So this is conflict, inner conflict. It might actually become outer conflict. I hope not. But I like that we have the Emperor and the Empress, because it makes me think of King and Queen chess pieces. And maybe the chaos that the Queen can bring. Yeah. And then, so this is complicated. This is conflict. 5 of Wands is always going to be conflict. In the reverse, it can sometimes mean physical conflict, but there could be some conflict going on, or you could be internally conflicted about something. Internally conflicted, maybe you're like, this is the traditional way, the way I've always done things. How can I do it this way? Does this really work? Can I really make this path work? I don't know if I can. So you could be facing some inner conflict. It could be complex. As a chess game, it could be really difficult to deal with. It could be, very inner or very secret conflict, a conflict that's not really, well, 5 of Wands is more about drawing lines, a pretend battle. So it could be like a actual real battle, or something more externalized, or it could be very deeply internalized battle between the Emperor and the Empress within, and how you're going to move forward. So some sort of internal conflict is most likely the thing that I see here. Ace of Cups is what you have in your environment. You have a new emotional beginning. The Ace of Cups is this intention coming in, this beautiful, intentional relationship just beginning. These butterflies, these glowing butterflies, which we see this butterfly very prominently here, this transformation, this new thing coming in, building on the ashes of the old. And you have this very emotional, possibly a relationship in your external environment coming in here that's exciting, that's new, that has all of the purest intentions and best intention. This is a teacup full of pure intentions just exploding into your life and bringing some sort of new relationship or new beginning into your life, or new emotions. So this is your externals. This could be someone around you experiencing this, or this could be something that's happening to you that's just occurring in your life, a new beginning full of pure potential. So the World card, what do we have here? We have, the World is the final card in the Major Arcana 21, and it's about completing the cycle. We have gone around the sun, a complete thing. It reminds me of Montessori school, where the kids mimic their walk around the sun as if they are on the earth. And there's a song that goes with it that I can no longer remember, but they walk around the sun to symbolize for every year that they've been alive. So you can drink now. It's 21 circles here, but there's some sort of milestone, some sort of ending. This is the end of a cycle. This thing is over. This thing is ended, and go ahead and ending something, bringing something full circle. So bringing something full circle, or going back to the beginning. We have this new beginning. You could be heading back to the beginning, because we've, when we orbit around the sun, it's not necessarily that we're done with the orbit and now we're done orbiting. It's that we're back at the beginning. So we've made a full circle. We've gone through the whole Major Arcana, I want to say Joseph Campbell's whole hero's journey here. And this hero's journey comes to an end. And we have this death card here. So this is referencing both the end and the beginning, but it's big. And this is representing a big ending that we can sprout a new beginning from. And this is almost like both the end of something and the beginning of something happening simultaneously. The World card also, to me, talks about all of those events that are so outside of our control. It's the world. The world is moving on. I mean, in your to-do list, and again, the to-do list isn't like do this or else. It's like look for opportunities. Look for opportunities to close out a chapter of your life. Look for opportunities to celebrate a whole new cycle, celebrate a new beginning and an ending. It almost looks like these things are going to happen simultaneously, like this simultaneous ending and beginning at the same time. With this death card over this world card, it really seems like, I mean, it really seems like this would be, you are very close to achieving your goal. So, and the world card to me involves a lot of allowing, a lot of permission, allowing something to end, allowing this new beginning to come in, allowing the changes to happen. There's a passiveness in the world card because the world is so big. It's about cycles that are much bigger than us. And we're just like on this little planet. We're not the planet. We're like little microscopic beings on this planet that's made this huge, huge orbit. So I mean, there's so much major arcana here. There's the Emperor, the Empress, death, the world. It's pretty intense, but you're just supposed to chill while it happens. Like, chill. You're very close to achieving your goal, and that's what the World card is telling me too. And then the communication is key, is the same as this Ace of Cups. Communication, starting a new communication. We have starting a new communication or emotional connection here. So adjust and allow, maybe. Just get used to this. Get used to this new reality. Get used to this new way of doing things. Get used to this new cycle and let this old emperor way of doing things go and embrace this new empress, this working from abundance rather than from a need to control. So maybe that's the adjustment in order to allow this death card to finish off, this death to finish off and allow the cycle to complete. Maybe it is just adjusting to this Empress way of doing things that you would like to do things going forward. In your future possible outcome is a Hierophant. This is really funny because it almost seems like full circle. We're talking about institutions here, right? Because this Emperor rules within an institution. And then now we have this Hierophant card, this learning from this old way, this institution, this ancient wisdom coming towards you for your benefit, this kernel of wisdom that's held within an institution or held within a traditional way of doing something. So this is learning from tradition, learning from ancient wisdom and ancient source here coming towards you. So that could be something that's going to be happening for you in the near future. And maybe all of this ending, this death cycle, this world ending is all in preparation for this new thing coming in, this new fairy coming in, this new, this would be traditional though, very traditional, this old new thing. All right, fascinating, Libra. I hope that was helpful for you. Thank you for your likes, comments, and subscribes, and have a great week.